Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the offboarding of the Workplace Fundamental Skills Program, Batch 9, and Batch 1 of the Operation Get Employed. Of course, I am still Dr. Aderisola Adio Adepoju, and I'm excited to be here with you today. The feeling I get at offboardings is totally different from what we get from onboarding. And why is that? Because for me, I know that lives are literally transformed in 6 weeks. And I know that the ripple effects of what one person has experienced is going to turn into a global wave within the decade. So for me, it's always joy because it just tells me, wow, someone's life is about to change in many ways that they would even realize like right now. Some of the impacts that has happened now, you may not actually even see it until like a year, two, three, like the amount of change that this particular thing you have done causes in your lives will be fully felt in about 2 years. And I know that for sure because that was the amount of time that it took me to move from being that person that was not digitally literate to being digitally literate to getting into UN life. So I know that some like a series of events start to happen and you will just start to ask yourself and you will then step back maybe in 2 years and be like, what initiated this wave of change? Then you stop and realize it was a particular decision you took at some point in your life that just led to the series of change. Trust me on that one. You will come back and say, Dr. Denisola, you said so. So I'm really, really excited for you because I know what is going to happen, even if you don't see it yet. So on that note, I will say congratulations to the latest graduates of the Skilled for Work Academy under the Workplace, our signature Africa's most tested employability curriculum, and I'm excited for you. Now, what's the agenda of today? We'll be doing a bit of introduction, then we'll hear from you. We'll do skills application, graduation announcements. We'll talk about our technical score. We'll also talk about, that job placement, job board community is going to change. I'm going to be announcing something today. Let's just call it the soft launch of the program we are supposed to be unveiling in 2026. So you people are going to be the first set of people who are going to hear about it today. Then we'll talk about opportunities, it's recruitment partners, we'll talk about prizes. Some people are going to get prizes, are going to be spotlighted today. Participant spotlight, and of course, we hear from you again at the end of this particular 2-hour session. How are you ready? So let's go to the very first agenda of the day. By the way, so the countries represented in these batches. In fact, I think we're actually more than this in this batch, but hello. I want you to see how widespread the countries are represented. Now we did it. We officially completed our 6 weeks program on the Workplace Fundamental Skills Program, and we would like to hear from you. So here's how we are going to do it. You use the raise hand button. We'll call your name and ask you to unmute. And when you unmute, we'll give you 2 minutes. 2 minutes, please, because quite a number of people would like to, speak. So please keep it concise, keep it articulated, and we'll give you 2 minutes. You will speak to us about your experience in the academy, or generally, and when I say your experience in the academy, not just I learned. It is now about I learned. I applied this in my shop, in my workplace, in my life, in my church, in my mosque, like this thing. And this is what I would have probably used these other long routes to do. But right now, so I just want to talk like your entire experience. In fact, maybe we should even hear, how did you find us? What were you looking for when you found us? Was it Facebook on Instagram? Basically, I want to hear your journey from discovery points to this point. So tell me, and I'm excited again because your batch, WFS batch 9 and OJ batch, it was your batch I suffered for the most. How do I mean? I had to record lessons again. Like my body was spinning me for 3 months. I had to literally go and put my children somewhere during the week with my parents to record in my house so I could have peace to record and make the audio clear for you. Trust me, like this particular batch is very emotional for me because I feel like the work we put inside was so that every learner could have a great learning experience. And even if you had itches, for some reason, Stella decided to start, giving us itches at some point, but we surmounted that challenge and we are here today. So please use the raise hand button if you would like to speak. We have 2 minutes and we would like to hear from you. Please, when you introduce yourself, just say, let's say Mercy now. You say, Mercy Shamaki, I'm OG Batch One, and I want to hear a bit about you. Like, let me say, OG Batch One, I'm a recent graduate, or I have 10 years of experience. Just give me a quick background so I understand where you are coming from. Or I've been working, I've not been working. Just give me a bit of background, then we can then proceed to your experience. So, your name, city, and country you're joining me from, who you are. Like, oh, I'm a recent graduate from University of Lagos. I'm a professional working for 10 years in HR. Just, that quick 5 seconds intro before we get to the main gist. Now, are we ready? Now, let's go be fast. Please, if you can, I like to see people's faces when I'm talking to them. Please use your camera. Let me see your face. I would like to see your faces. Okay. Now let's go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. So I'm even going to stop sharing my screen so I can see your faces very well. Let me. I need a speaker view on this. Please go ahead.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Doctor. My name is Fashi Anoluapo Elizabeth. I am OG Batch 1. Actually, I've been following iTrain Africa for about a year or two when the program
Are you a
started.
student, recent graduate, or like who are you? So before we get started.
I'm currently serving. I'm a core member.
Okay, come member, fantastic. In what
Yeah, so
states?
I've been following iTrain Africa for like a year or two, but unfortunately or fortunately, I was not able to register for all the program because of the price. What's it called? So when the opportunity for the OG came, I grabbed it because the very first day, I would say I was among those that first registered for it, and I would tell you that I do not regret that decision. Ever since I joined iTrain Africa, it was a jolly ride for me. And one thing I want to speak about concerning this program is that there was this group that I volunteered for, and they were working on a project. I volunteered as their community manager, right? So they now asked us to go and develop new tools that we know nothing about. So then I've not even gotten to that week of Slack, and Slack was one of those two. I just checked the list of the app that we were trained on, and I saw Slack. It was a wow for me. I had to jump all the previous lesson and go and watch on Slack. So, and that really helped me with that project. People that saw me using the app, they did not know that it was iTrain Africa that actually helped me to be able to use that too. So I'm so grateful to be on this batch. Thank you very much, Dr. Derisola, for what you are doing. Thank you for what you are doing. I really appreciate you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Anulua Profasi. Thank you so much. And it gladdens my heart, really, that you are able to get on this at a subsidized rate. Because for the longest time, I keep saying it that as the cost of the program, the production of the program, the maintenance of the program, the delivery of the program. Because, one thing I always tell people is sometimes people don't actually know that, like, education is not free, because it's just like you saying a lecturer who came into your class. After all, what they are teaching is it is technically free in your own lesson. But I'm saying the structure that they have to teach in, the ACEs, the mic, it has to be paid for by some. That's the same thing. Like, you have to pay for hosting, you have to pay thousands of dollars for one thing or the other. So even if the knowledge is in the person's head, the delivery, the distribution of it is not free. So you have costs that you are incurring. And I'm telling people that for us, the cost of delivery and production and everything like that, I wish someone could just pay part of that for this particular audience, and they could, we could subsidize the program. And I think on my agenda for this late last year, this year, I said, I'm going to invest the first quarter of my life this year in finding such organizations that could subsidize for us. And here we are, like we are able to, what was it called? We are able to subsidize the program on the account of the Mastercard Foundation It's a Fellowship. And you're a living proof that that was a very smart decision on our part, because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to afford it, and you are here. And it gladdens my heart because, trust me, the data we have collected over the weeks, we have been seeing a lot of young people that paid the price you paid at a subsidized rate, not even opening their course. And I told the people that are subsidizing this thing that I am not sure that the intent of this, like the intent of the subsidy, so that young people who will ordinarily not be able to afford the costs of this program can this. I'm not sure that intent, because what is the intent of this entire academy is for you to be globally employable, for you to be at par with your counterpart globally. So when they are saying, and when I say globally employable, I don't mean actually leaving the shores of your country. I don't mean that. I'm just saying that if an Indian can compete for a job from their country, Chinese can. A Nigerian should be able to do that. Like someone from Kenya should be able to do that. Like it means that what we know is enough to serve in the global space. So there is nothing. We are not disenfranchised. We are not marginalized. And that is my this. I said I want to sit in the room, and they are not saying, "Oh, it is because she's African. That is why she doesn't understand what we are saying." Hello, I need to understand that you are using Slack, like you said. I need to be able to understand how to use Slack effectively, because that is what they will use in the global workspace. And today, you bring joy to me. Thank you very much, Anoluwapo. So the next hand that is raised is that of, I think I saw, give me a minute. Let me go back to the participants. Let's take, there was another, where is she? Okay, I think she has dropped her hand. So let's take Aderunke Ajav. Please, ma'am, go on, your name, this thing. You have 2 minutes to talk about that, your name, city and country you're joining us from, who you are, maybe 10 years professional and all that, then basically your experience so far. And if you can come on camera, we would like that. Please go
Came
ahead.
on camera because you said so. Good morning, doctor, and
Good
good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
beautiful team, Esther and the others who have met, and everyone on the call. I am Dr. Aderunke Bamidele Ajav, and Director of Health Service, University of Ibadan. I finished from UI, this same UI in 1988, so that's like 40, what now? No, maybe 30 something, 37-ish years or so. Well, 1988 to now. And I became director in 2019. In this
Impressive.
same University Health Service, I joined as a senior medical officer till I became a chief medical officer. And in 2019, God made me to be chosen, to be appointed after a rigorous interview as director of health service. All that time, up till when Mrs. Grace, I'm trying to remember her surname, who you featured, one of the Abuja alumni,
Mrs.
Adedeji.
Grace Oladiji.
Oladeji, up until when she started sending me these messages, like I must say, whether YouTube, no, Facebook, Instagram, I don't go to any of them. But she kept sending me this one, you will need this course. You will benefit from this course. Join this course. I even thought it was free. Then one day I saw it was like, why is she begging me for some? Did she send money to me to go and do it? What is all this? But she kept sending. So I thought, it's not that I can't afford it. Let us see what they are doing there. As I told you, I came on the first day onboarding. And the next time I saw a message, he said, today is offboarding. I said, my Father in heaven, what did I do? I didn't remember at all that I registered for anything, not talk about attending. So that was the biggest mistake. And I said, I would try and catch up. But I realized I was not. So when I saw that another course was announced, I said, I will join, I will pay again. I will join. And this time, I will try and catch up. As I told you, I did not, but in the time between 2 weeks ago when Mr. Kingsley said they were going to give us 1 more week, and now ask him, I've turned in more assignments. Almost daily, as I get 20 minutes, I call one of the coppers, sit down. You two will be learning, I too will be learning. These skills for work, these foundational workplace skills, all of us must know it together. And by the grace of God, we're on it. What has slowed me down is this turning in of assignments. Like yesterday, I was supposed to do a screenshot of my e-signature, and I didn't know today. I'm carrying it again to work now. I've told the copper to wait for me. We will continue. I know we are doing offboarding today, but by God's grace, I will complete it. I am understanding better. I've told you, I've used it now more. I've even sent emails, I don't know how this one happened. I've sent emails with my picture and my signature bold and colored. in the last few days. So when you say I should turn it in with screenshots, that's the only, not that I've not done it. And also I've hyperlinked in my
Wow.
references. Yes, and I've told people that I am now, it's obvious that I have better understanding of what we are talking about. And the
Hospital.
coppers themselves are now, when I'm not around, say, Mommy, are we not going to do today? We are going to do. So even if it's 20 minutes, everybody knows that this is something we must finish. They say, Ma, we've done this one. The next one is the assignment. We've done this one. There's no assignment yet. Let's keep listening. Maybe later you will now come and practice. So by the grace of God, we will complete it. I'm so grateful. And what makes me happy, doctor, when people are saying what they have done, the way you smile, the way you are happy, makes me also to be happy that yes, you are being fulfilled because other people are becoming fulfilled, and the ripple effect will keep going on and on. Like these coppers that sit with me, I asked them, did you gain anything? So they say, oh, yes, ma, yes, ma. It's not that it's just free. I'm not wasting their time. They are understanding. They are happy to do it. They are reminding me. They are bringing out the system. They are charging. They say the system is charged. But when we went to Baggy, we could carry the system. We are walking in the car. You know, they are already tuned in too. And I shared all the links with them. Make sure you, at least one of the courses, make sure you yourself register and get it. So I believe that it's worth everything. I've registered for
Thank you.
partially for the GOP, and I sincerely hope that the whatever made them not to reply me yet will be taken care of so that I can
Thank
do
you.
that. But I'm no longer afraid. Before I was thinking I can't surmount it, but I'm no longer afraid.
No.
I believe I will complete it with joy. And like I always tell you, I will be one of your big testimonies, biggest testimony,
Yes, you
best
are
of your
actually
testimony.
already one because for me, you are a leader, you are the director level. So it means that, and I always tell people that a place, an organization, a community, a group of people will only grow as far as their leader
You are
knows.
very correct. Yes.
We only grow as far as their leader knows, because you put a leader or in on top of a group of people, and the leader does not know something. Even is in fact, he's not even being able to use it. The leader does not have the information that that thing
There's
exists.
something
So how
available.
will that person give advisory on how to improve?
It
And it is
cannot.
the leader that sits in decision rooms.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
like them saying, okay, oh, we want to do a community and we have some people that will join us. Which platform should we be using to communicate? A leader that does not know the existence of Slack, that does not know that you can create multiple channels in Slack and say, okay, let social media be on this Slack, but all of us are in the same workspace. And that way, you don't even have to have anybody's phone number. With this thing, you can do at mention, you can do this, you can reply, you can edit messages. Like a leader that does not even know of the existence and the multifunctionality of that tool will say, please, let's use WhatsApp. And WhatsApp
Exactly.
is limiting for the guy. So I always say, sometimes it is even knowing of the existence of that thing that
Okay.
makes all the difference. It is not in
Thank
the
you.
perfection of usage. It is
Thank
knowing
you.
about the existence and how or when to use such things. And that is why for me, when a leader learns, in fact, in your own case, literally, like when I say literally, it's not even like ripple effect. Like in your own case, your subordinates are already learning
Yes,
alongside you.
ma'am.
And for that,
Yes.
that I said that when we train one person at the academy, indirectly we have trained 5 people around them,
Yes.
because
Yes.
the
Yes.
ripple effect is standard. They will say, no,
Exactly.
this your CV is not good. They are teaching another person how to do their CV. Oh, this thing. Don't like the ripple effect. I'm
Yes.
really excited. And you know what you said about
Thank
I'm
you.
always smiling. Hello, I derive fulfillment, and I've known
Yeah.
that for a very long time. And that is why I used to tell people that I'm not one of those people that did I used to charge millions per person to work with them? Yes. But I say, when you know something does not fulfill you, I will finish collecting the million. By the time I'm teaching the person in week 4, I'm already saying, I'm tired of this service. Like, I am seeing the money, but I am tired of the service because I feel like, why am I teaching only one person? Well,
Ah,
maybe 100 people. And that's the truth. 100 people, it will take maybe 100 of OG people to pay me the same amount of money that person will pay me.
one
But the fact
person.
that I'm changing 100 people's life is the biggest joy. So for me, I think
Thank
I'm in
you.
a place where I have found
More
where
fulfillment.
yes, I found that many people may not even actually get in their life. I found balance in that, being comfortable and being fulfilled, like at the same time. So for me, it's
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
smile when people actually get fulfilled, because that is
Thank
what
you.
actually fulfills me. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
ma'am. And
Please,
you will
one
learn.
more.
I know
I
you will
want to,
finish.
by God's grace, I
I know
want
you
to
will
thank
finish.
your team. I want to thank Esther, Miss Muinat, Mr.
Mina,
Kingsley's patience is almost touchable from the screen. He's very patient, calm, and willing to answer the question without getting angry. And I really appreciate all of
it's,
them. And their
I
skill and
agree.
dexterity. They are skilled.
Yes.
Your recordings are top notch. You know, I was telling myself, I'm sure that from these lessons, I will soon one day be able to do this kind of recording seamlessly
Yeah.
and be clear, precise, concise, attractive, compelling to action. And short,
Thank
you know,
you.
not always, not one dragging thing. So I thank you and your team generally. Thank you very much.
And thank you to the Mastercard Foundation and the CC Hub team, because why I say, the last comment you made about and short, not dragging.
Yeah.
Our previous lessons, they were quite lengthy. So when we got into the Mastercard Foundation, one of the advice you got from the CC Hub team, that is the product and learning science, was we needed to take those videos into like 5 minutes, a maximum of 9 minutes. Nothing should ever exceed 8 to 9 minutes. And it took a lot from us. It took a lot. I cannot even lie. It took a lot, because we had to then start restructuring the entire curriculum, cut it here, where do we place this lesson, how do we schedule this? It took a lot. But the fact that just one, even if it is only you that said that in today about the shots helped you
Yeah.
to go through
Yes.
a, because it was short. You can say, okay, I will just watch 5 minutes. I will just watch 5 minutes. Before you know it, for 5 minutes has turned to 1 hour, 2 hours, and you are learning
Yes.
because it's short,
Yes.
and it is
Yes.
consumable in bit size. So thank you. I will take this feedback back to the CC Hubs, and they'll be really excited that you are
Okay.
happy about. In fact, because when they asked us to cut it, they were like, hey, youths, all these young people, all these Gen Zs, they one shot. But the fact that
Attention
you,
span.
an adult, a 60-year
Am I?
old, is saying the same thing
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
you like how short it is, it
Yeah.
gladdens my heart. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank you.
Adebola.
Ajay.
And thank you again for our Ibadan. Your fan is in my bag. Thank you so much
Wow.
for everything you do for us.
Welcome.
And with this, of course, we are still here together now in the other program. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now
Thank
let's
you.
go to the third person. Please, Esther Ijeoma, unmute yourself, your name, the city and country you're joining from, who you are, just basically a quick background of who you are, and go ahead. And please, camera. Good morning. Oh, yeah. I can't, your voice is kind of low.
Is it coming now?
Yes, it's better. It's better now.
I'm sorry about that. I'm very happy to be part of this. I'm from Ghana. I'm a Nigerian.
Well, please, can you, it's your voice, I don't know whether it is your, what's it called? Earpiece. We cannot hear you anymore.
Hear me?
It's very, can you hear me? Like very faint, almost non-existent.
Okay. Let me work on
Okay,
it. I'll get back.
yeah, maybe you work on it. Let's take on that person. Then after that person, you can come. Thank you. So let's go with,
Oh, you remove your earpiece.
maybe it's the earpiece. Let her come back so we can go to someone else. Laura Akin, please unmute yourself. Come on camera. Let's take Laura. Laura, please come on camera. Okay, yes.
Hello, everybody.
Good
My name
morning.
is
Hello.
Laura Akinye, from Nairobi, Kenya, and I was in batch 9 of WFS. For me, I would say that my background is in medicine. I studied medicine, graduated 10 years ago, and I've been practicing. But somewhere around 2020, I decided to go for a career change. But I didn't know where to start. I got off to a false start in 2023, and then I started again in 2025. Unfortunately, I was laid off from my job in May of this year and haven't been able to find another one. But I really wanted to transition into remote work. I have been seeing about this program for several years on Instagram, and I kept thinking I should take this course. I should take this course because I realized that I didn't have any transferable skills. The course has been so amazing to me because it's taught me so much, and I think that Traditional education does not expose you to these things, but suddenly expects you to be able to know what to do when you're on the job. Also, I just did not know what transferable skills I had, so I didn't even know which jobs I could apply for remotely. The program has been so beneficial and amazing. I really hope I'll get into the job community so that I can start looking for a job with the skills that I have. As a career changer, I'm willing to begin from the bottom. And yes, it's been a pleasure. And I hope to take other courses with you so that I can keep rising. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lucky. And you said, what city are you joining from? Nairobi, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I know it's Kenya, but I wanted to be sure I heard Nairobi. So it's interesting, like your background in medicine, like as in, I'm just like, okay, as in how did you move from the medicine background to then transitioning and all that, and what informed that decision? But notwithstanding, I think for you have taken the right step, because I always say in transitioning, the first thing you want to ensure that you are checking out is transferable skill sets. That's the very first thing, because it doesn't matter what you are transitioning into if you are going to need the fundamental skills. And I was still saying to someone yesterday, I said, do you realize that 85% of your job success is tied to fundamental skills? Fun fact, my current program and project manager, she was talking about, we are trying to organize an alumni event, by the way. I'll talk about it soon. It's going to be in January. And um, we she was supposed to do something. We were supposed to have a meeting with the planning. Some of the alumni are planning committees, as in, we have an alumni group which you joined today. Some of the alumni are in on the planning committee. So we are supposed to have a meeting with them tomorrow, Sunday. Now, she was not like, Doc, tomorrow we are supposed to have this thing, this one concept, like no, she didn't call it a concept note, like defining the goals of this thing before that meeting. I said, yeah, like, of course, even my WFS, this person came in as my staff. I know this new WFS we just created, this literally just created this new WFS. And one of the best part of the new WFS right now is in Model 5, which is the project management model. It's that model that it is someone who is a professional that we appreciate it the most. Someone who is a professional that like takes that model, they can literally become a program coordinator with that model. Like, I kid you not, because it is. I looked at myself and said, when I was at Museum for United Nations as a global program coordinator, how did my life used to go? And I used it to create that model. So it is one of those models that previous batches may not even experience, like that, because I then sat myself down. I did not teach it like a course. I taught it like, when I get to UN Live in the morning, what happens first? Somebody says they have an idea. Okay, after they say they have an idea, they conceptualize it, they put it into it. Do you understand? Like, I literally say, how does the process happen from beginning to the end? And that is how I constructed that model. Like, if we were in the workspace, the first thing that will happen is somebody thinks about something, puts it into a concept note, tables it before everybody in the meeting. Everybody picks their part of the work. You create a short-term planner. You create a to-do list from your planner. You execute. You analyze your report, and you analyze, the data analysis, and you report. That's technically like everybody's line of work that is going to work, whether, when I say the global space, it could be remotely or on site. That is how work happens in a standard setting. And I'm just like, with that model alone, you can become, without any other thing, you can take a global program coordinator role. And I'm just looking at you and I'm telling myself that because you have medical background right now, I'm thinking that one of the places you could start is actually trying to take a health program coordinator role, even with just WFS. Will you need project management along the way to then, structure it? Yes. But from where you are, you will take a health program coordinator role comfortably, just with Model 5 of WFS and your medical background. So that is where I see you should be actually channeling your energy right now. Of course, there's going to be another announcement around, we are doing job placement and all those kind of things later. Two things we are talking about later, that's alumni this thing. But I just want you to know that you're in a good place because you have experience from before. And one of the things I do in this offboarding session is then to point you in like, oh, this is what I see. If you combine this with this, I think it's going to work in this angle. So you are not even wasting your time for saying, okay, how do I combine what I already have with WFS? So yeah, one of the things we always talk about here is what are these jobs you can do right now, even with WFS alone, especially if you then have like, let me say, background experience from somewhere else. So I'm excited that you joined this batch of WFS. I'm excited that you are here in this offboarding meeting. And trust me, I feel like you're one of those people that will reach out to by January, say, oh, Doc, like, you know, that program coordinator role, I got it on the lockdown and everything. I'll be saying, don't worry, maybe when I come to Kenya this state, as in, I'm hoping to tour maybe some African countries next year, as in, it's hope, as in, because I don't have it planned out yet. But yeah, let's see how that actually goes. So thank you very much, Laura Akeem from Nairobi, Kenya. And fingers crossed. And all of you, don't worry, we'll be following up with you like this every month. Like, it's not that one that we are excited today. Tomorrow, you don't know how to do anything. We'll be following up with you. What have you done? What have you done? We'll be marking you back to back. If you like, even if you've not finished and you are here, just know that we will follow you back to back. Don't think that, you know, the same way Kingsley is following you up now, he will still be following you up 1 month, 2 months. In fact, 2 weeks from now, he has followed up. 1 month from now, he has followed up. Next, he's following up because, again, success to us does not end in you. The success to us is, for some people, is to get better at their job. They get promotions, is to become more effective at their job. Success to others is to transition. Success to others is to get their first job. So whatever success is to you, we are going to follow up over the next 6 months. So trust us on that. Thank you very much. Now let's take Mercy Shamaki. Mercy Shamaki, please go ahead. Unmute yourself.
All right. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So I'm Mercy Shamaki from Abuja, Nigeria, and I am part of the OG Batch 1.
Okay.
And so for me, the program, I actually got to know of iTrain Africa through one of your virtual
a recent
speaking.
graduate, core member? Are you
Okay,
a
I'm a recent graduate.
Okay, great.
I'm a recent
Go
graduate.
ahead.
I'm done with 7. So
Okay.
I actually got to know of iTrain Africa through one of your virtual engagements, your speaking engagement. So I, went on LinkedIn, looked at your profile, and from there I began to learn more about iTrain Africa and just to check the courses and all of that. Then when I saw the opportunity to join under the OG campaign, I could not, I knew that I had to take it because I could see your passion through that speaking engagement. I could see, because you spoke about what you do at iTrain Africa and that program. And I said, okay, this is something that I will need because I finished my service and sincerely, I've been at a crossroad. I've gone for internship. My background is in law. Actually, my background is, yes, I studied law. So I've done internships. I've interned at law firms for 6 months. But getting, because I'm yet to go to the law school, I still need to, build some experience or, just become more valuable. So I signed up. And one of the biggest things for me I got in this training, this program is clarity. I got clarity. I got, there are certain things that I won't do the traditional way. I would do it in a more refined way now. I joined the Futurize boot camp that was shared, and I don't know how I became a team lead. And now those skills are some of the things that also I apply, as a team leader. So I would say very much, thank you very much, Ma. Thank you to the team at iTrain Africa, and I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mercy. And I'm glad, for everybody that is coming to speak, the different things that actually touch you the most is what gladdens my heart. When I tell people that, you see Module 1, that we even give for free, like most of the time, the Module 1, the clarity module. I tell people that we have to put in the idea how much that module is worth. I can hear myself. Someone is on mute. Let me mute this. Okay. Okay, great. So how much that module is worth? People have no idea how much that module is worth, because I always say, no matter how fast, I keep saying it, you race in the wrong direction, you will never arrive at your destination. Because the truth is, you're only racing. You might be fast. Your pace might be fast, but you are not going to arrive at where you are going because you don't even know where you are going. Let's even start. So which is why for me, clarity had to come first at the beginning of the program. Can you know who you are? Like, know who you are, know the things so that, and I keep telling people that, when something has happened to you before, when you are succeeding, people think you are succeeding, but you're just telling yourself, but this, something is missing. You just know. And I told myself that if I can help younger people, if I can help others get it early, because what now happens is when people get clarity early, by the time they put in a decade of work, they are at the top because they were laser focused in the right direction. And for me, that is the joy. Like, I see Madam Adira, as in Dr. Adebola, she's 60, right? But I'm like, if 60-year-old are saying it's not too late, do you understand? It's not too late. As in, it's not too late for me to achieve clarity and do whatever it is I now want to do based on this clarity I now have. I said, not to talk of a younger person. So for every young person, and as I said, for you, they are saying the first thing is you're out of school, you're trying to figure it out. And that is a state that many people are in for years. They are trying to figure out what next. If you can just figure out one next within 1 week by just joining WFS, in fact, I'm fulfilled. Normal people say, they'll go through module one, you give that half for free. I said the truth is, whether you pay for the program or you don't pay for the program, if you've gone through module one with the WFS and you have figured out what you need to do next, I have, what's it called? I have passed in that regard, because clarity is the most important thing in life for you to even start to succeed right. So thank you very much, Mercy. And like I said, I hope this clarity then takes you to the next thing that is right for you in that regard. And yeah, you'll become a leader in Futurize because your reasoning has changed. Let's be clear. As when you come on the BFS, your reasoning changes. When people are asking, so what should we do next? You default to research and say, okay, let me go and ask ChatGPT. You know how to ask the right questions. You know where to ask the right questions. When others are confused and so what do they mean? You're not asking such nonsensical questions. You're asking, you're going to ChatGPT and say, okay, like, and that is one of my biggest joy. Like, when people are not asking nonsensical questions in public anymore, because they know where to go and ask, they know how to ask the right questions that is going to help them solve problems. So they are no longer afraid, because even if they don't know, they know that they can know within a minute or two. So thank you very much. And don't worry, I was specifically asking Sid to follow you up in within the next 6 months. I want to see how that clarity turns out or where it takes you to. Thank you very much, Messi. So let's go with Madam Adebola. I like the fact that you're having WFS and OG take the mic interchangeably. Please go ahead. But we've not had a man today. What is happening? Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everybody. I'm grateful to God for this opportunity. I want to say thank you again to Dr. Aderinsola and Mr. Kingsley. It's been a very good time. And also to my friend, my colleague, Dr. Ajironke Ajav. Okay, and my name is Adebola Mubolale Bitoku. I'm from Akure, Ondo State. I graduated from OAU and I studied electronics and electrical engineering. I was forced to change my field despite my love for tech. That is, during my time, there was really nothing out there. I actually came to Ondo State to join Uluwa Glass, but somehow Uluwa Glass folded up. Let's go to that story. So I had to start looking for what to do. I somehow found myself in education. I had to take up degree in education again, and then I was in class. But as a classroom teacher, I was different. I was always looking for something tech I think I would say I was the first classroom teacher that started using laptop and all that, looking for scientific things for my students and all that. I taught physics and basic science. At the end of the day, it wasn't like that. So I had to join my husband in his place of work and become the administrator. It was tough because I wasn't exposed to accounts. And then from where I'm coming from, there about staff of maybe 30, 40, we had to come down to about 5 or 3. And it was really a work that I had to do and I had to learn on the job. It was another ball game. So I would say I've had 14 years experience as an administrator. And by the time this program came up, by the time Dr. Ajab introduced it to us on our school platform, I was already experiencing burnout. I'm somebody that doesn't like a routine, though I can work with routine, but I like putting new things and my knowledge into whatever I do. So by the time I saw this, I said, okay, let's just give it a trial. Let's go. I like experiencing new things. So by the time I came, okay, I like the voice. I'm an audio learner at the same time, a visual learner. I like the voice. I like the expression. I like the way she's bringing up. This person must really know our onions. Okay, I'm in the right place. And I thank you for that and for the encouragement. So from my journey in this place, it's like that some of these things I think I know them in bits. I said I had the text, so I had to learn. But this exposed me to the current language, the way to do it, and not just like I've been learning on myself by myself. And so the young people in my place of work, like I said, can no longer bamboozle me and do as if I don't know what I'm doing. I say, okay, you go and prepare a Google form for me for so and so. And it takes, I said, do you want me to do it for you? Okay, come down, let's do it. We're shocked. Okay, can we do this? Can we do this? And then some of my ideas that were inside of me, I've been able to use the concept notes to bring it up as a project, which I'm going to look into next year. The research and I can't remember the module again, has also helped me to unlock the books that are on the inside of me. Actually, for my 60th birthday, I wanted to launch a book, but the book couldn't just come up because they were just saying so many things. I didn't know how to go about it. But now I know what I can say. Thank you to bring up all the things and all the books, the Slack, the Google Meets, and all that have been so much of encouragement and useful tools for me in also designing flyers. I know I'll be better off. I cannot compete confidently in the workplace. And finally, one of the things that made me to start thinking, like I said, I was experiencing burnout, was that after retirement, Nigeria, you retire at 60 and all that. But in our own place, it's not as if you can go. I started thinking, what am I going to be doing? Am I start going to be doing omugo and sitting with a child and then you'll be so I don't think I have time for that. I think I'll just find because my daughter was working remotely somehow. I said, okay, let me find myself some things to do remotely. Even if I will come to your house and my husband and sit and take care of your children, I also have some time or some places to fix my time so that I'm not just a burden on you. So I'm grateful for this. I'm very grateful. It has been a very good experience for me, combining the busy schedule. For now, I may not be able to finish this graduation because we have a speaking engagement somewhere in Udo town. So I have to probably leave. And those are some of the things I do combining. I have to be on my toes, still do. And it also made me feel very young again. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes,
and where you ended,
my husband is really clapping for you. It's part of
it. Thank you. And it makes two of us. Thank you very much, sir. Good morning. It's the morning. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you're doing.
I'm already
seeing it here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And this gladdens my heart. Like it really warms my heart because I know how you feel when you say it helps you feel young again. In my space of work, we're trying to renovate against next year to just have a new look. And there's someone came to supervise, I said, how do you want to define what your space is going to be like? I said, innovation and youthful. Those are the two words. I said, innovation and youthful. Because that is how I feel. Like, I really feel like when you can navigate anything a Gen Z can navigate, like there's a different level of just youthfulness that comes with it. Yeah. Like when you know that it's not like I want to even do laptop. I want to even connect my internet and I'm struggling. Or they are telling me, can you change your browser? And I'm saying, what is a browser?
And then what's the browser?
Do you understand? Like, you just feel like, oh no. Like they look at you with that. They just like, how would somebody not know what a browser is? But it is what it is. You may not know what a browser is. Yes. When I say, this thing is not going, I say, clear your cache, clear your browsing history. And you're like, how do I clear my browsing history?
My browsing history.
Do you understand? You do like a lot of things. You want to book a flight, you can go incognito so your money is not plenty. I said, did ask. Like what you don't know. I said the most painful parts about what you don't know is you don't even know what you don't know. You know, when you know what you don't know, you go and learn it. But when you don't know what you don't know, hi, it is a bad place.
Is worse than being ignoramus is
Yes, yes, and I'm
is too small
excited
a
for
word for
you
it.
about that retirement. There was a 16-year-old grandma that said the same thing one time. She was with her children in Canada at the time she took WFS, and she said, now, my son-in-law was trying to launch a business and he was trying to say letterhead. I said, maybe we'll go and find it. I said, no,
Oh,
let me design your company letterhead.
yes.
He said, I designed his company letterhead. I automatically were like, oh, wow. He said, me,
Wow.
the grandma, is the
You
person that
see,
designed letterhead for my,
yes.
like, you were like, same thing, my grandchildren, they came home, they said they wanted to do assignment. I said, let's do this thing. I was even telling their mom about how to
I'm already
protect their
planning a
device
book
about
for my
people.
grandchildren.
Do you understand? And she was
Yes.
like that they were like,
By the
grandma, that they were not asking that grandma, this program you bought, how much did you say you bought it again? That is like if you stole it
oh,
from the person. That the
oh,
master is like that woman, she just dashed you people this thing that because the amount of things you are able to know. That because a child was first concerned that are you sure you'll be able to learn online? As now the first thing the judge said, can you learn online? He said, no, that this woman can teach you online. I will be able to watch, and that is another
and
thing that
two
mentioned
through,
about
yeah.
the expressions.
Yes.
I remember that when we started to refine this curriculum, and we took the first set back to the Learning Science at CC Hub, and they were like, Doc, as in there were some places that you say, what's that thing again? Hey, that thing. He said, we saw that you left it. You did not edit it out of this thing. Like, that we are thinking, like a proper, all this Coursera Udemy course that, you have to. I said, no. I said, you see, I am creating for the African culture. And we
Yes.
are very expressive people. We
Yeah.
are very, I am not going to, I don't want to look stone. I am not white.
Yes.
I'm not white.
Artificial.
I'm not going to look stone
Something
like I
down
did
there.
not forget something and edit it out. I can say,
Mhm.
what's that thing again? I want it
Yes, that
left
makes it
in
so
the
natural
video.
and as if we're face to face, just
Exactly, because
speaking.
it is what it is. It can something and skip
Yeah.
my mind as I'm teaching in the classroom. I say that is what makes the person feel like they're in a real life classroom. I am not going to
Yeah.
edit out expressions
Yeah.
from my recording. Leave it there.
Thank you for
Do you
that. Thank
understand?
you for
Leave it there. And they were like, okay, if you say so. I said that is what we keep getting as feedback in terms of how people are able to sit through hundreds of videos because it is hard to sit through hundreds of videos on,
Yes. I
which is
had to
why
stay up sometime. There's a day I didn't sleep from 2 a.m. till 7 a.m.
wow.
2 a.m. till 7 a.m. Is it 7 or even 8 a.m. the following day? I must look over this thing so as to be able to get it. And then when I started teaching and started talking to my people about it, it was like, wow, really? I say yes, yes. We can now be on the same page and let's do. But next year, you are sure that you are in for a big retreat by the time we start the year. That's my.
Thank you.
And then looking for remote work, I'll try just
Thank
a
you.
little.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And my regards to your husband again for being part of
Thank you.
this. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now let's go to Chinenye.
Appreciate you.
Okay, Chinenye, please go ahead. Meet yourself. Your name, the city and country you're joining us from. Are you in Batch? Are you in OG or WFS? And a quick background about yourself. Chinenye. Please put on your camera. Let's see your face.
So
Men in this room, where are
my
you?
environment is not nice, and my phone cannot allow me to use virtual background or block.
Oh.
So please, can I use audio, ma?
No, that's fine. That's fine. And by the way, environment nice or not nice doesn't really matter here. Trust me. We have had people join for their farms, like farm, in previous batches. So I do not. This is real life, so I do not mind background in terms of this. So we are good. But whatever makes you comfortable, please go ahead.
All right. So good morning, everyone. My name is Chine. I am OG Bajon student, and I've given my testimony the last time, but I want to say something this time around. Like especially the Canva, among the digital tools that you taught, the one that was most impactful was Canva, because I was already navigating the rest myself. So about Canva, I opened my Canva account. I heard Canva, and I said that, okay, let me open it and try it out. So I opened my Canva 2022. Yes, 2022. And since that time, I just opened it. I tried to navigate it. I couldn't. So I just closed it back. And since that time till I registered for OG, I've not opened it again. And most of the time I have something to design. My friend will say, go to Canva. I say, oh no, I've tried Canva. Oh, Canva, I cannot use Canva. Canva no gree me. Let's just leave Canva. Most of the time I want to create a flyer, then I'll give it to my friends that they will even take time to do it. They were navigating it so well, but for me, it was very, very difficult. First time I'm encountering a digital tool that I couldn't navigate. So coming to OG and I registered currently, I've done all my classwork on Canva and I did it myself. Like I was so happy with myself. Then on International Men's Day, I used it to design flyers and I put full names for my friends, for my male friends, and I sent it to them. And they were like, wow. I was like, yeah, it's the same cover that was very difficult. Now I'm using it to like do things. Like I'm very, very happy with myself. Like I'm very, very happy. And then the second thing I want to talk about is that the mental work this classwork put me through, because if it was just going through videos, I would just be watching it and be going through. But then because I didn't have a laptop and I have some assignment that I know I can't even do this on my mobile. So I was thinking, what can I do? What can I do? It's put me into mental work. And then had to go to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT, how can I do this thing? But I can't do it on a mobile. Is it that there is no alternative? And I got some prompt that I can actually do it from my Chrome. Like when I go to my Chrome, I have to just put it on a desktop view and I could do what I could not do. And then I did, and I was very happy with myself that even with the fact that I didn't have a laptop and I needed a laptop to do this, but I could do something else. I could use an alternative, and that was just thinking. So some of the time the limitation we encounter is not because we cannot do anything. There is something we could do, and in OG I could do that. At least this is one of my problem solving skill that has been improved. So thank you very much, Ma, for all those classes. So it's really put your head, you will work. And sometimes I say a lot of hours trying to like figure this thing out, and I must figure it out. And I didn't just want to do anyhow classwork. I want to do it right. Right. So thank you very much, Ma. Those classwork were not styling, but it was really helpful. Thank
I
you.
remember, I think you said you were an early career. You are 2 years, about less than 2 years on your job, if I remember from, I think, last workshop. Am I correct?
Yes, it's not up to 1 year of my project management career. Let's say 10 months now, Ma.
Okay. Well done. I'm excited for you. And I have the same experience as you in terms of Canva. The first time I heard about Canva was in 2016, 2017. I was on my PhD program at University of Lagos, 2017. So they attached this MSc person to me, Bukola. As at then, Bukola was a ghostwriter. She was writing LinkedIn articles, 4 LinkedIn articles in 2017 for an international company. She would write 4 LinkedIn articles in a month and get paid 70,000 naira in 2017. And I was talking about how my company there, my fashion business, that I had paid someone maybe 5,000 to create logo. She was like, Doc, why didn't you use Canva and just create your own logo yourself? I said, so I went to download Canva. I downloaded Canva. I said, I cannot navigate this. I don't understand how this thing is working. That's how I left the Canva. My very first Canva account was in 2017. Then fast forward to me now getting to iTrain Africa and having to then start this thing myself. I decided to learn. Like, this thing is not bad. As in, that's like when you say you first downloaded Canva, you freed it, that was the exact same thing that happened to me then. Because I was like, this thing. So by the time I came back, like, Canva has evolved, dude. Like, Canva has evolved from the first time you did it in 2017. And you know that thing that you said about sometimes, as in, it is about your perception towards something that helps you to not see it in a certain light. Then somebody else teaches you the same thing you could not navigate. It may be somebody else just teaching you how to navigate that thing that then say, oh, like it's not that deep, it's not that hard. And that is it. Me and you have the same story in that regard. Like, it's amazing how we hear about something or how we consume something or the person that is teaching us can actually change this thing. Another story I always say all the time is, in my year 1 and year 2, I was not passing chemistry. But the moment there was a professor, Professor Lainka, entered my class in year 3, she had this charisma, this warmth, and she taught us environmental chemistry. And environmental chemistry is very relatable. I'm a kind of person which is why I teach how I teach. I'm a visual learner. I like, I need to be able to see what I am doing, kind of stuff. So immediately she came and she used relatable examples. This particular professor had been in the industry before she came to academia. So she could relate. She had worked at Firo. So the kind of things she would use to tell us about environmental pollution were not abstract. It was that if I show you my transcripts, you can imagine you having a transcript of maybe 2 point something in maybe year 2, and you're having 4 point something in year 3. There was a drastic change just because of who was teaching me. And so whenever I tell people that when I was designing the Skill for Work Academy, it was designed with intentionality. Because I know that the way somebody teaches you something can make you hate or like something. The tool doesn't have to change. The environment doesn't have to change. It might just be the person teaching it that changes. And it changes the whole thing. And for me, I'm excited that Canva is now one of those things that you've added to your portfolio, because I always call it Almighty Canva. And I call it Almighty Canva because Canva is like, what? I do not even think anybody alive should exist without being able to navigate Canva, because every single day you will have a need for Canva in one thing or the other. Every single day. It is that tool that there is one thing you will use it for every single day. Right now, I'm in this class, I'm using it to present. I will go this thing, I want to design one. It is just so versatile that everyone should be able to navigate it. So thank you very much, Chinenye, for your amazing, feedback. Now we take one more person. At the end of the program, we'll still take another set of people. That time we'll take guys. But for now, let's take Real-Time IT. What's your name, Real-Time IT? Come on, camera. Let's see your face. Real-Time IT with your name, the city and country you're joining us from. Are you OG Batch 1 or WFS Batch 9? Please go ahead. What's your name?
Hello, good morning, Doc. Please, my name is Faustina. I'm a Ghanaian, but I live in the Seychelles. I live and work in the Seychelles.
Oh, Justina or Faustina?
Faustina.
Okay, Faustina. Okay. You're Ghanaian. Okay,
Faustina.
Go ahead, Faustina. Okay, great.
Yes, so I'm a Ghanaian, but I live and work in the Seychelles.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes listening to the courses, I ask myself, is Google paying you? Like Google needs to pay you for the work you are doing.
I should go and write them a proposal to pay me, really.
Very necessary, because you're really doing a good job with the Google tools and all that. And I've really learned a lot. I'm still trying to figure out what to do, because I still feel like going back to school. I'm still trying to figure out what to do. But for now, it has helped me. I just started an importation business. And then I have to always keep data of things I'm sourcing for, whether the thing has been shipped and all that. And just today, I have a customer who wants to pay in installments. And I told her, okay, since you want to pay in installments, I'll send you a form to fill so that it can be an agreement between us. And I'm going to do that with Google Forms. And I never knew about it. So thank you very much. I'm not done with the course though, but I'll do my best to finish. And then Canva too. I was actually going to pay someone to design a flyer for me and then design a website for me. But with Canva, I can do it myself. So thank you very much. God bless you.
Money saved. You're saving money. Money saved. You don't have to pay anyone to do it for you anymore. Thank you so much, Faustina, from Ghanaian who stays in Seychelles. And good luck with your importation business. And you see that sense of you saying, I love you from let's sign. Hi. I say, you don't know what you've done for yourself. Trust me, until things go south, that is when you know the importance of an agreement. Yeah. Something as simple as what you just done. I always say, pray things never go south. When it goes south, that is when you start to check, did I do the right things at the beginning? That is as simple as that. Google form, just saying, okay, like you agree, this is our terms and condition, we are good. Well done on using Google Forms in that manner. Who would have thought that that is how it's coming handy? Thank you very much, Faustina, for joining this program. And you're OG Batch 1, right? Are you OG
No,
Batch 1?
WFS.
WFS Batch 9. Okay, great. Thank you very much. And lastly, Faisal Mawane. Faisal Mawane, where are you from? Please, you can unmute yourself and come on camera. Faisal Mawane, we will migrate to the information session by 11:15, and Kingsley will take over the information session.
Good afternoon, Dr.
Good afternoon.
Aderisola. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you? I like your edge.
Thank you. My name is Sahadatu Rekia. I'm Cameroonian, but I stay in Egypt. So you have been sending me prompts on this thing for 3 good years. I've been neglecting until one day you said, if you don't want to see my emails, unsubscribe. That's when I said, okay, let me just click and then we continue. So I was interested in the program. I have learned a lot. I used to be a secretary with limited knowledge of the computer. So with this WFS Batch 9, I have learned so many things on Google Documents. I am a slow learner. I have a question. Can I continue with my assignment and submit them?
Yes.
Okay, that was my fear. I thought maybe you just off me today.
But it's 2 weeks. Like you can submit, like you can keep submitting them, but it will not be marked after 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today, any assignment you submit from now to 2 weeks from today will still be marked.
Okay, I'm very happy to hear that. I'll do it. I'll do it. Very, very big thank you to you for helping me out. I have the courage now to face the global opportunities, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm just, I think this is now I think we've had a Nigerian, we have a Ghanaian, we've had a Kenyan, we've had a Cameroonian, we've had now you who stays in Egypt and all. And I'm just smiling. I'm like, even if it just warms my heart that lives are actually changing across Africa, not just in Nigeria, across Africa. There's good representation in the room. And when you say you have been a secretary, you know, when we started creating this program, I feel like, you see, like I feel like every government parastatal who have secretaries should send their secretaries to WFS. Because I don't know what you are secretarying in this age if you are not able to do everything that is on WFS. I kid you not. Like, because a secretary, or the word secretary, is like being a virtual assistant right now. And a virtual assistant should be able to navigate everything that is on WFS, because it is what it is, a support role. So well done on upgrading yourself, because there are so many things that you can then do right now that other conventional people would not be able to do. If I may ask, how many years of experience do you have?
I have like 5 years experience.
So right now, I feel like everyone who is in any support role or the other needs to come on WFS, because that is the only way, like, you can actually offer the level of support that your environment actually needs. And thank you so much for coming on WFS. And please take the next 2 weeks to keep submitting your assignments. And we'll mark it within the next day. Thank you very much. Now, yes. Okay, so now let me share my screen for the information session, and I'll undo part of the information session, and Kingsley will undo the rest. So first, I want to talk about the kind of skills or what you can use your WFS for. What are the possible roles? Because I decided to mention it, what the possible roles that you could do with WFS. First, executive assistants or virtual assistants or customer support representative, like community manager, like one of us had mentioned. It can be an online educator, like one of our WFS alumni has mentioned. You can also assessing course. Like, for instance, is an alumni of WFS that currently assesses your program, right? You can be a program coordinator, like I was telling our sister about. Hey, you have medical background, you can actually be a medical program coordinator with what you currently have. You can be a community manager, any role. You can be, for instance, if you have background in maybe HR and you're trying to transition, you can be an HR support assistant. Any role that maybe you have some experience and you don't want to go and, go remote with that role, you can become a coordinator or a support assistant with that role. Now, Kingsley will take over the announcement section of this particular session, what it needs you to do in terms of sharing the word, like the announcement session, and then I'll come back to then give you announcements about two major things that we have, which is the alumni event in January and also the alumni event and also the new program. So Kingsley, over to you.
All right, thank you, Doctor. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me quickly switch to the desktop.
Kingsley, do you want to share screen from your end, or I should just continue sharing screen?
Switching to my back of the. All right, don't worry, I will share my screen from my end.
Let me stop sharing screen then.
Yeah. All right. It's nice having everyone and hearing the whole. Confirm you can hear me, please. Hello.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
All
Yeah, we can
right.
hear you.
Okay. So, oh, I appreciate everyone and the knowledge growth that we've experienced so far. I was listening to the whole conversation and I'm happy that uh we're making impact and making progress as well. So the graduation announcement. So earlier yesterday, I believe that some of us have this flyer, the one with the black background, because this morning it was brought to my attention that the whole this thing has been changed. But please, if those that have their flyer, those that design anything different, when you are sharing on your social media, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, or your TikTok, please also tag iTrain Africa on it so that we can be able to also like and comment on your post. Then to level up with hard skills. In iTrain Africa, this Skill for Work Academy will also have other test skills that will run. Given this three-step approach, the transferable skills which you have taken with the WFS, which is what we are running the offboarding now, our technical school program, which is a three-course program. We have the project management, we have the product management, and we have the content creation and social media management. For the content creation and social media management, which also deal with the content strategies. So for those that are willing to interested to go into any of these specialized areas, look out for the advertisement. The net we have the batch 4, which is currently ongoing now, and the next batch is going to be next year for batch 5. Though we have some WFS students who are in the current batch, someone like Ujes and some that I can't remember, but then you can take advantage of this to also specialize your skill. because I believe that some of us that are here that are looking to upskill, transition career skills, it will benefit you. Then, just like I explained, the technical skills, we have the project management, product management, and content creation and social media management. All right, so this is alumni offer. So by the time we'll come back to this, by the time Dr. rejoins us, then job community. So at the end of your program, your WFS program, you are going to receive two you are expected to join two vibrant community. So one of it is the job community, which is expected for every learner, every graduates of WFS, every alumni to be part of, because in this community we share a lot of updates, job-related updates, anything, and a lot of updates that will also help you. So the link to this community will start getting across to you by Monday. So please look out for it both in the Telegram community and in the Google Classroom to be part of that community. Then the next one is the internship program. So how this thing works is we'll call it our internship pool, talent pool. So it's a WhatsApp community where we'll gather our alumni that qualified for internship. So how this thing works is we seek for open internship opportunities with reputable companies, organizations, and the rest of them. And we'll post them for you to take part of it. To join this community, you have to complete your program, the WFS program 100%, download your certificate, do all the needfuls of for the graduation. I mean, most importantly, the end line survey. You need to submit it. Then 70+% completion of your assignment. You need to do all those things before you are qualified to join the internship talent pool community. Please, I want to use this opportunity to make this announcement. Please and please, we have seen different cases where some alumni or some students try to play with the system or maybe jump the broom or something like that. What I mean is some students will just go and start uploading anything on their classroom just to be qualified to join this community. And by the time we go back to check and we see that they are trying to play with the system, no, please take your time, complete your assessment, take your course, because you won't want to come an opportunity being pushed to you and you are not able to get that opportunity because you are lacking or you fail to fulfill the skill expectancy of that program or of that opportunity. Please, let's take it very serious. But just like I said, the eligibility of joining this community requires 100% course completion, 70+% assessment completion. So if the filling of your endline survey, then we are going to send you a personal email that we have checked and you have found worthy to join this community, and the link will be passed across to you. Thank you. Yep. So here comes a very special moment, our student spotlight. So for the fact that we have two different categories of learners in this program, the OGA students and the WFL Batch 9. So the OGA students have a different program entirely that will structure for them similar to this. But this is for our WFS Batch 9 students. This is supposed to be a 3 student spotlight, but the third person didn't reach out. This is why you always need to pay attention to your email because you don't know, one big opportunity might just come in and you won't respond to it. So I'm also going to allow them to, I know that Nedima have spoken earlier, but we're still going to allow them to just say thank you. And I read the form you filled, uh, what made you, how you were able to overcome the timing, build time to take your course, and the whole learning structure, and telling us who you are, and everything that you dropped on that form. I read them. So Adebola Bolanle Ibitukun and Nedema Iweke. Thank you. Congratulations for being the WFH Batch 9 Spotlight students. By the time we have Dr. Jerry Sola back, she will still emphasize on this spotlight. I believe that there might be some little goodies for you people. So I'm going to please use the raise hand button so that I can allow you to just say one or two words. Please, I know some of you have spoken before. 1 minute, 2 minutes max. Just let's hear your voice, and we'll continue with the slide. Please use the raise hand button if you are here. I know that Nedima is here. I'm not sure for Adebola. I'm coming to see where. Please, can you use the raise hand button in Nedima if you are still here? Hello, can she hear me? Is she still here with us? Let me look for her. She's still here. Nedima, can you hear us? Hello, Nedima, are you still with us? Okay. I'll have
Yes,
to
I'm
move.
here. I'm trying to get my raise hand button.
All right. So, congratulations for being the spotlight student, and Mrs. Adebola, are you here with us? So, Nedima, how were you able to uh overcome the whole learning rigorous struggle, and how was it for you?
Okay, so as a person, I love new challenges. It was very interesting for me, especially the assignments. So whenever I'm doing something and it's not difficult, I won't like it. So, but because it was difficult, it was enjoyable for me, right? And before now, I had two challenges. Um, I got a laptop that needed me to subscribe for my Microsoft. And because of that, I couldn't open Microsoft Word documents, and it was very frustrating. But when I discovered Google Docs, which is even better than, so it was a turning point for me. And then secondly, the there's been that hype of ChatGPT, AI, and all that. For some reason, I've not dabbled into it all along until, I learned it on the program, and it made the other assignments even easier. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I love the fact where you say that if your learning is not challenging and it's not being fun, believe me, I've been there. So thank you very much. Mrs. Adebola, I doubt you are here with us, so I'm going to move ahead. All right, so the OG placement. Also, I will allow Dr. Dorisala to do this unveiling by herself when she comes back with us. But for those that last night I was reviewing the whole the list that came to my desk, and making sure that it's based on merit. And it was a good one. It was a good one. Though I discovered some things for some students while I was doing all those things that please, OJ students, pay attention to when a comment is being made on your assignment. There are some students that comments have been made on their assessment, and that comment requires them to do something. But because they are not paying attention to all these things, they didn't do it. Why I'm saying this thing is because it's part of soft skills. By the time you start selling yourself out to employers, you list, I'm 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 attention to detail, I'm I'm this, I have strong communication skill, I'm this and that, and these are where you have to practice all these things. So by the time we come back with, by the time Dr. Jones rejoins, or she is going to unveil the list of the students, and congratulations to those 10 students for qualifying for the interview. Next, price and other products. So before we continue, we are still going to do more of let's hear from you, and I know some persons, I can see some persons message if they will still be able to talk. So this is your opportunity. You can use raise hand button if you have not said anything and you want to have the mic. Please use the raise hand button. We are going to do that before we move to the next session, which is the OG announcement of the 10 students, the product and pricing, and the testimonials. So please use the raise hand button while I allow you to mute yourself. Thank you. Okay, I have a treasure. Okay, talk in next 5 minutes. Okay. Treasure, you can unmute yourself now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning to you. Where are you joining us from?
Well, I'm currently in Rivers State.
Oh,
in
okay.
Nigeria, Rivers State. Yeah.
All right. Which program did you take? Batch 9 or OJ?
Batch 9, WFS.
All right. So go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Okay. I'm grateful for this opportunity to join this program. I've learned a lot, although I'm slow with my assignments, but I've been able to like watch all the lessons on Stella. So I'm taking my time to implement it very well. And like Miss Mercy said the other time, I forgot if her name is Mercy, but the fresh graduate. I what's the word?
Hello, Treasure. We cannot hear you anymore. Hello.
Hello, sorry for that. So, like she said before, I'm grateful for the opportunity to join, and then it has exposed me to a lot of things. So I'm taking my time to practice and then make sure I don't submit assignment that is not properly done. So my question real quick is, I have a friend who opened LinkedIn account, right? Like should be maybe 2020 or something like that, but it was years back. And he's been having restrictions on the account and all of that. So I'm wondering what could possibly go wrong. Because I was thinking that, okay, maybe if he tries using another email to open it, it will work. But he has been having restrictions and has been told to like verify the account. But he has done that severally, and after the verification, nothing comes up. So he's unable to even like access his LinkedIn platforms and use it to actively look for global opportunities like in the environment. So I'm wondering what the solution could be.
Okay, so anything that leads to LinkedIn restriction has to do with the security and verification. So in one way or the other, I believe that she might have. Can you mute yourself? Let me
Okay,
just, yeah. So I believe in one way or the other, she might have breached some security features on LinkedIn, which is why she's having those restrictions. So two things are involved. One, she should also write to the LinkedIn customer support, stating her challenges and maybe back it up with some screenshot, and at least that's the first thing. That's the first thing she should do for now. So reach out to the LinkedIn customer support and write to them based on the experiences. Then from there, their response will now lead you to what next to do. Believe me, is a security stuff. So they might require to do a new verification or submit any verification detail like passport that will clear that, and facial recognition that will clear that she owns the account or something like that. Then another thing that might still lead to it is if she's breaching any community guidelines like some comment posting and other stuff. So, but that will also be addressed to, can also be addressed by this tech support, LinkedIn tech support. Thank you for that. So any other person that wants to use the mic?
I'm so sorry, sir. Please, I have another question.
Okay, go ahead.
Since I've not been able to like cover up my assessments and all this, like way back, and all, so I just wanted to find out, like, what window do we have to be able to submit everything for it to still be marked?
Okay, so earlier doctor said something. So the way our program is structured is that after the 6 weeks program, even though that we did 7 weeks with this current batch, due to give everybody time to complete. So after the 6 week program, you have 2 weeks of support. So those 2 weeks of support is just normal, just like we'll have the community support. You reach out to me, you need support one-on-one, you have a question, you send message in the community, all those 100% support is available for 2 weeks. Your assessment is submitted, is going to be assessed by the online assessor. So for that 2 weeks, we give you enough window to complete your program. Then I believe that some OG students reached out to me, and they are currently in camp. This is November. This is the same time I got into camp in 2021. I was in camp November, came out December. So some of them already reached out to me that they are in camp, and they won't be able to join in this meeting, and they won't be able to complete the assessment and all those. So they should note that if they are in this meeting with us, that after this, you have 2 weeks of support with us, with me. So that window is enough for you to finish up your assessment and submit and be part of the program. All right, so thank you. I think Dr. Derinsara is back with us again, and she will continue from where I stopped. Welcome back, Dr. Confirm you can hear me. Hello, doctor.
Now let's move.
All right.
Please confirm you hear me.
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So let's go to the two major things that Kingsley had mentioned. For some of you, you may want to level up, transition, and all that stuff. I would like for you to know that content creation and social media management and product management programs in the academy. And these are high in demand technical skills program that we have, no code technical skills program that we have curated at the academy that can start to help you earn from $1,000 even as an entry level globally, all the way up to $10,000 if you build the skill sets required for this kind of job. So if you've taken your personality test and done all that, you may be able to say, okay, project is for me because I like people coordination and all that. So now, aside that, one of the things we do is within a month of when an alumni graduates, they have an alumni offer where they can take this particular thing at the subsidized price. And in addition to having a subsidized price, they can also have bonuses alongside it. What is that bonus? So this year we started something that is called the Mentorship Club, because I realized that now more than ever, my time is really, I'm finding where to remove time and add time to other places. So, and I realized I could not take one-on-ones again, even no matter what the astronomer is trying to pay me. So we said, how else can I still be able to mentor people in groups? So we created a mentorship club that typically will cost about 500,000, but we then said that it's only an alumni that's probably gone through the programs that can get into that. Like when I say programs, like let me say boot schools. So if you would like to upgrade, your your subscription, let me put it that way, into the technical school within the next 1 month will be the time, because of the several bonuses that you get by just upgrading. For instance, the technical program is 215,000, but if you are upgrading, you only get to pay 200,000. Then you then get 2 bonuses. How do I mean? The mentorship club, and you get to take one of our master classes alongside as a bonus. Like any of the master classes that we have, you get to take it as a bonus. Any of the master classes, you get to take it as a bonus. This thing. So yeah, it's more like you're getting a 500K mentorship club. It's 32K this thing, and still getting like a 15,000. So we get to pay your VAT. That's what it means, because the program is 100K, VAT is 15K. So we get to pay your VAT and still give you bonuses with it. Please take note that it is within the next 1 month. And if you are wondering what happens in that mentorship club, you know me, I'm an executor. And I've realized that for so many people, after they finish the program, they don't know how to execute. So what happens in the mentorship club is is a 60-day challenge. So in that challenge, like every day, we are picking out a prompt and saying, do this today. Like it's like in bit size. You know, the way I can easily execute myself by planning my own calendar, that I need to do this today to achieve my goal in the next 2 months. So we technically help you to create one action you need to do today, like the next 2 months, to help you get to your goal. So that's what the mentorship club is. Like it's a challenge. It's like a 60-day challenge on executing to get to your goal. That is what the mentorship club is. Because people keep asking, no, I'm not teaching, it's not webinar. It's like, if you, as on the WFS, go to your lesson, this thing, under that particular lesson, we taught you this. So today I need you to go and this thing. If you see this job on LinkedIn and it is like this, it is a fraud. This is how you identify fraud jobs. Like it's an action 60 days plan. And it is only a bonus for those that upgrade. Now, we used to have job board community, but again, now we have turned it from job board community to alumni community. And we are merging all our alumni. Before we used to have SMW alumni, GOP alumni. Now, as of today, Kingsley will send you people the alumni link, and please join, because I have gist tomorrow. In that is one place that they see behind the scenes of my life technically, because I go there to gist, right? So I gist this thing. So if you want to join, please ensure you join today, because gist to start happening there tomorrow, because we are planning an alumni event for 100 alumni only. And for the 100 alumni we select, it's going to be totally free. And trust me, I don't do regular when I'm doing stuff, right? I don't do regular. So it's supposed to be like a premium event in January, where we are inviting stakeholders. And so we are selecting, and we have about maybe almost 2,000 alumni now. So it means that have we put out a form to show? Yes. No, we've not put out the form. We are putting out the form next week for people to start filling like if they are going to be attending, because we need to plan ahead, right? They booking halls and all that stuff. So now what is happening in that, what used to be job board, that job board is now going to be turning into what we are launching in 2026, or relaunching. And what does that mean? We used to have an internship program. If you type itrainafrica.com/internship, you will see the details of that internship program. What we used to pick up with companies that need this. It was like a job placement thing. After, people used to pay us 215,000 naira for that service. And we did about 60 between last year and this year. But earlier this year, we realized that there were so many logistical stuff on my team that would not allow us to continue this year. So we suspended that activity and turned it into a job board. We give it to you, but you need to apply first before we can then, contact the person for you. And we realized that, which is when we then brought mentorship growth for implementation. A lot of alumni still won't. After we find the opportunity to apply for it, we now say, here's what's going to happen. We need to set new metrics. We want to continue this job placement thing, but we will set new metrics for it. And on that note, there's a soft launch of what I call the skilled talent pool. The skilled talent pool is simply what we are going to be placing people who merit it. People no longer pay 215,000 naira. So it means that if you've completed your program, you've downloaded your certificate, that's as part of what when you are filling the form for you to qualify, you show us all these things. You've downloaded your certificate, you've done 70% of your assignments well. Slight left onto as in 70% of your assignment well. And you would also send us like a 2-minute video stating, you will tell us, like, you pick one module like this, like you do one module, this is in module 1, this is what I learned, and this is this thing. Technically, a video that I can show to an employer of labor that will say, yes, you, as in this person know their stuff, they know what they are doing because they have truly learned. So you will record such a video because that is now the portfolio that will now make me to be able to say I'm placing with an employer and I'm at rest. Because another, why we said we are amending things, before we used to do 70% completion on this thing, we now realize that we place some and they were disgracing us. Let me put it that way. And I'm like, okay, it is possible that they have not interpreted their learnings into real this thing. So I need a video to say, oh, I cannot use Google Worksheets for. You would tell me how you are now using it, not I learned alone. And that is how we are now going to qualify people for that skill talent pool. And in the skill talent pool, trust me, I don't do nonsense. As I always say, like, I position a lot on LinkedIn. I know how to use LinkedIn to position. This week, 2 days ago, I still had a meeting with someone that is from the US, and we are trying to partner on something. So for me, if I'm going to be throwing my reputation to say I have skill talents, I'm going to do extra work to be sure that I really have skill talent. So our skill talents pool is going to be a marketplace where employers, legit employers, actually find skilled talents, not just it, because we have moved past that. We are going to start hearing a lot about it in Q1 of 2023. This is a soft launch, and yeah, the very first batch of people that are hearing about it. More details will be shared in the alumni community and every other platform that we have come January of 2026. So if you are here and you're in that space that you are thinking, oh, I want to benefit from that. Please just make sure you complete your lessons within the 2 weeks. Make sure you also have done 60%. And as in, we will send you a criteria for what like 70%, you upload it and you will be full. Now,
Hello. Okay, I believe Doctor is having a network issue. She's on transit. Have to meet up with an event. So let's. But you can hear me, Stephanie, right?
Yes, I can.
All right. Thank you. So she's on transit. She have an event she needs to meet up with. But she will join us later. While I hold down the meeting with her. So let me see. Hold on a minute. All right. So, like she was saying regarding the alumni community, please, the community link will be sent out today on unfailingly, or maybe by Sunday, so that Sunday morning, so that everyone will be part of that community before we'll launch the announcement regarding the community event that we are planning. Okay, I think Doctor will join us. Doctor, are you here now? Hello, Doctor. She's not here yet. Okay. All right. So, like I'm saying, the community link will be sent out on Friday tomorrow morning. Will join. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. So I'm going to share my screen again. We continue. We have about 15 minutes more to round off this session. So I was talking about the how this will work. So in that form that we are going to send to you, we are going to ask, of course, for your picture, a bit of your background, if you have, and whatever experience you have, all the details that it makes us easy when we are having conversation with an employer to say, oh, this, that kind. But we'll ask for certain details. As much as possible when you fill that form. Think about it that you are interviewing. All the things we have taught you. Tell me about yourself, all those things. Hey, all your CV, cover letter. WFS is a roadmap where you actually should be able to use it well. So I need you to take all the templates I've given you for CV, cover letter, do everything you need to do, and we will release the form. So if you have completed all the things you're supposed to do right now, the form will be released next week because placements will start in January. So please, as much as possible, let's have as many people fill that form before then, because it's on a case-by-case basis. Some umbrellas are already asking us, okay? So we are not doing internship program again. It is now what? The Skilled Talent Pool program. And it doesn't, it's not just open to OG this thing, it is also open to like let me say WFS Batch 9 who want to be part of that Skilled Talent Pool and that ecosystem. Now, we've talked about the spotlight, and Kingsley have also given you reasons why they qualify. Now to this one, the job placement, which is specifically for OG people. If you are in OG and you've ever wanted to work in an impact-oriented space, this is it. And what are we doing? The first top 10 students, Kingsley and the assessor, they have reviewed, they have assessed, they are not, what are they doing? They are not just looking at who completed. They are looking at who, please can you increase this? They are looking at what, the quality of the thing inside it. Now, that quality means that you cannot just say, I submitted assignments. Did you do the assignments, right? Did you do it right? So those 10 top people, Kingsley would, trust me, reach out to you. And you right? Department technically. They're trying to say, if you're level say certain questions in interview, I can already figure out where you succeed or where your strength lies in your personality test and all those things. And we use that to place you. Yeah. In marketing, we have need in sales. So it doesn't matter what your interests are, you fall into one of the three. So trust me, our skilled talent pool is starting with us, where we get top 2 people of OG people who qualify into the space to get started at iTrain Africa in January. Somebody should clap for us, right? And these are a host of other products and services we have. For the top 2 WFS Spotlight students, they can choose any of the 3 master classes like that we have, whether it's a skills and experience monetization masterclass, the LinkedIn content strategy, or the other master classes, 32,005 each. But they can choose. How do you get to choose? You send an email to Kingsley at skilledforworkafrica@gmail.com to choose what you want out of these 3 master classes, and you can then claim your prize. And so those of you that are already dropping testimonials, thank you. God bless you. I was seeing this morning, like you have 18 new Google review. I'm like, oh, what? Thank you so much for dropping the Google reviews. Some of you are so detailed. Thank you for the details. But one thing I then noticed there, and if you've made this mistake, is all right. Please, can you go back? You dropped a very nice review, but many people actually think that 1 is the highest. Number 1 is not the highest in Google review. 5-star is the highest. 1 is the lowest. So it's as if you are dropping a great Google review and you are putting 1 star. The last part, something like this also happened. Guess what happened? They banned our Google account though. They thought like it was being generated, like maybe we were, how can somebody drop you 1 star and do this great review? Do you understand? Not knowing that it was just because people did not understand that 5-star is the best and 1 star is the best. So can you edit your review if you I don't know, I can't remember the person's name. Can you edit it? You can go back and go and say, oh, I mistakenly typed 1 star. I wanted to type, you can change a star to 5 star to match what you are saying. Okay. So please take note. 5 star is highest. 1 star is low. That is what it is. So thank you. Please keep dropping your Google review. One of the reasons we could subsidize OG batch this time is because we got into the Mastercard Foundation EdTech Fellowship that can help us subsidize it. And for us to get into those kind of spaces to keep, because again, that subsidy is ending by July of next year, right? It means that for us to continually be able to subsidize for some people that would ordinarily not be able to afford full prices, it means that we need to keep finding those kind of global support. And for us to find this kind of global support, they need to see the learning outcomes. They need to see that people actually learn and they are impacted by this thing. So the Google reviews does help us a lot to continue to impact people. So if there is one thing you're saying, Doc, how can I tell you thank you? Tell me thank you through the Google reviews, what you learned, how you're implementing it. Well, other things, please create your flyer, tag us on this thing on LinkedIn. Let's know that you're a graduate of the Skilled for Work Academy. One more thing, we also have a program that is called the She Earns, meaning you can earn via referral. How do I mean? It's not something that is really like you have to do it or whatever, but we have a network where you can earn 20% of, like, for instance, now, your colleague, you know this person is going to need it. If you're a She Earner, I give them your referral link, and it's automatic. When I say it's automatic, like we create your referral link on Seller and we give you that referral link. And if a person pays for like 100K WFS OG right now, we get 80K, you get 20K automatically. The money never comes to us. Seller distributes it to your account immediately. So that is what the She Earns is about. Why? Because a lot of people say, oh, like this program, I want to tell this. I said, you can even earn and tell from it. We also have a referral program where it's not necessarily earning, but we just basically tell someone and they use your, like, let me say this person referred me, you give them your academy and we keep in track of those referrals and we do recognition. We award people when we have, like, let me say this event and all that stuff. So depending on what you want. Now to your certificates, you have to have completed 100% before you can download certificates. We don't issue the certificates, Seller does. And if Seller does not see 100%, you cannot download your certificate. So starting from after this meeting, you should be able to download your certificates. And if you have any challenges, reach out to Kingsley. Lastly, I want to say a big thank you to my team. Some of you have said thank you already, but I always thank them every batch. It is not easy to be doing impact work. It is not easy to be teaching people and be this patient with them all the time. So I always say thank you so much to my team, to my support team, Kingsley, Aisha, Mohina, Mujib. You people are the best. Well done for doing this impact work with me. And don't worry. Someday we'll be saying, oh, I remember when I started at iTrend Africa, I'm now the this of that. So thank you very much for your support. And to the most recent graduates of the Skilled for Work Academy, thank you for investing in yourself. And I just don't mean money, investing time for self-development. You are among the 1% of the 1% who take out resources to invest in their personal development. So I say thank you to you for investing in yourself, because you just made part of my dream come true. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. And Kingsley, over to you. If you would like to have more people actually talk, maybe 2 more people, we can maybe take 1 or 2 more people. But from me, thank you so much. And have a great, we see you in the alumni event and community right after this. Kingsley will share the alumni community link with you. Kingsley? Kingsley, are you in? I can't see you.
All right, thank you, Ma. Sorry, I'm outside. I need to get something. All right, I don't know if anybody have any question or anything to say, want to ask. This opportunity. We have 3 minutes to end this meeting. Let me see anybody. UISC, please, you can go ahead. Let me put myself because I'm in the public.
And good afternoon, everyone, and thank you once again. I wanted to be clear of what the lady from Seychelles said she did with Google Form that Dr. uploaded. I was changing devices at that time, so I didn't quite get it. Then the second
So
thing
she
is,
used it. Okay. Please go ahead.
second thing is that other person, I think from Nairobi, Kenya, that said that she was a doctor. She had a medical background. I'm not really sure if you say she was a doctor, and you are advising her that she should combine something with something. I didn't hear that, so I not a doctor, so I thought,
So
okay,
the
that's
Google form, the first person used the Google form to sign, as in, somebody wanted to pay her instrumentally. So she created a Google form for the person to sign. That's the first person. And the second person, she has a medical background. I said with her WFS, actually module 5, which is a project management kind of module, she's able to then combine it she can combine it and then use it to start a medical program coordinator role. So those are the two things I said to her.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Please, UINCs, I believe you've taken the lessons also. Try and rename your device so that, let me see the next person.
Device, sorry.
I think that's all. So,
I think that's all.
yeah, so 11:59, we'll come to the end of this meeting, and rest communication will take place in the community, in the Telegram. So if you have any other questions, you can channel that to the Telegram. So thank you everyone for joining.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.